body is the temple of the Lord. Where you go and what you do, He is always there with you. Your body is the temple of the Lord. So don't dishonor or destroy it. Just use it for the glory of the Lord. The time has come, we've got so much to do. We need some strength to carry on. He needs a place where he can do his work. We cannot do it on our own. Your body is the temple of the Lord.
My dear brothers and sisters, today as we celebrate the third Sunday of Lent, let us reflect of Jesus cleansing the temple of Jerusalem. He also predicts about its destruction and reconstruction. And Jesus quotes Prophet Isaiah and says, "My house shall be the house of prayer." Temple or church is a sacred place, set apart, consecrated and dedicated for a specific purpose of worshipping God. It's a place when a devotee meets and experiences God. In the temple or church, a person's thoughts needs to be focused, needs to be centered to God or towards God. In the church of God, we cannot have any discrimination. In the temple or church, which is a sacred place, any abuse needs to be condemned. So Jesus whips the money changers and the traders out of the temple and warned them against making God's house into a den of thieves.
Take these things hence! Make not my Father's house an house of merchandise!
My dear friends, the cleansing of the temple by Jesus was a sign that the Messiah's purification of the temple was at hand. Jesus refers to the messianic rebuilding of the temple when he says, "Destroy this temple and I will raise it in 3 days." Jesus was going to rebuild a new temple. And the temple which Jesus was going to rebuild was his own body. Jesus would be a new temple. His body shall be the new meeting place of God. And in Jesus, people would meet God. Therefore, the body of Christ, which is the church of Christ, must be kept holy because it is a temple of God. Every Christian, my dear friends, is a house of God, needs to be the temple of God, God's own dwelling place. As we are in this third Sunday of Lent, we need to examine ourselves and ask ourselves, do I give God the first place in my heart? Do I make my body a dwelling place for God? We need to ask ourselves, what sort of dwelling place have I prepared for God? It's important, my dear friends, to reflect and to introspect ourselves. Let us humbly and sincerely reflect and answer the Lord who has given His life, His own body for each one of us.
Your body is the temple of the Lord, so don't dishonor or destroy it, but use it for the glory of the Lord. Although we're weak while we are in the flesh, we just need to give our all to Him. Then we will be more like Him every day. He is our victory over sin. And your body is the temple of the Lord,